Welcome to Deer Camp 2025. I am so stoked. If you're a regular viewer, you know that this is my favorite season out of my entire fall to hunt. I'm up here with family as usual, and we are hunting for mule deer with a rifle in my stomping grounds that I grew up on. It's a little early. This might be one of the earliest I've ever hiked from deer camp. It's about 4:55 in the morning. I've been hiking for about 10 minutes. Hardly made any progress. But I have a pretty steep hill to climb in front of me this morning, so decided to give myself a head start so that I don't have to burn a lot of sweat going up there. I'm excited. We'll see what's in store for today. I gave myself plenty of time. I've been standing here for probably about 45 minutes, maybe even an hour, just waiting for the light to come up so I can see. And the weather forecast, for once, is right. It's starting to rain, and it's raining pretty good right now, which I really like because it was really dry. And so coming up here, everything was so loud, everything was crunchy. But with this rain coming in, it's gonna dampen all of the noise and my scent, which is really good. I stopped right here because this is the first spot where I can glass into some pockets of openings where I think there would be deer. I haven't seen any deer, but right now I can see pretty good with both my eyes and the binoculars, so. This little hill is so steep. The rain is coming down pretty good up here, and the wind's ripping up here. The lens is all watered out. Got up to the top, and there's 6 does. And I think they might have either saw me or something, but they kind of were alert, and then they ran up to the other side. It's just all does as far as I can tell. But this wind is not helping. But the good thing is the wind's blowing away from them. I have these fellow friends in my way. I'm trying to go over here, so I hope they don't run over there and blow it out. Cows and deer are right up here. I dropped to the backside of this ridge so that I can circle around them and they also can't see me. That way, hopefully the cows stay put and the does don't blow out of here. I'm gonna try to go over towards the timber over here, and I don't want any of these guys ruining anything. The wind is extremely spicy up here. I like hunting in the rain, but it's just cumbersome because I can hardly see through my binoculars. I'm just going to work my way and slowly still hunt through this timber. It goes for quite a bit of ways, and then I'm just taking some time. Anytime I can see an opening down here, just glassing it and see if there's a deer there. And I'll stand there for like 5-10 minutes to see if any deer will cross if there's not already a deer there.
This rain's been pretty brutal. I'm wet on the outside from the rain, wet on the inside from sweat. Been working my way through the timber and I haven't seen a deer. I haven't bumped a deer. Finally got out to this little burn right here where I can glass some little pockets of open hillside, but everything just keeps fogging up.
Dang, that is so whack. I was sitting right here glassing the other side. I decided to go back. I'd pop over this rise. There's a spike standing like 100 yards looking at me. There's like 5 of them. Those are 2 does. I don't know if there were any illegal bugs, but there was a spike in there. I don't know if there are 3 does or 4 does, but I confirmed 2 big does, 1 fawn, and that spike. I don't know if there's a 5th one that I'm missing, or if there were more deer behind the rise that I couldn't see. Nothing legal. was fun though, but I need to stop being a noob and stop missing deer standing broadside in the opening at 80 yards. But it's opening day, so still getting my eyes back in rhythm here.
I'm too lazy to take off my pack at the moment. Rain has started to die off, which I'm very thankful for. I think we got enough rain to really just put the conditions prime, washing away some scent, dampening noise from walking around, and it's cool. So like these deer, they're up a lot longer than if it was sunny. They have to like hurry off to go bed. I'm gonna take off my rain jacket here because I'm like dying of sweat. And then I'm gonna work my way up after I snack a little bit, and then just keep on hunting. 10 deer this morning, one little buck. I mean, I think he's literally like that big. And a little 2-point shed. Can't complain. Rain has let off, but now the fog is starting to kind of roll through. It's not bad. I can see through the sky, and I can still see pretty far. But there's a good paw bear scat right there, which I wouldn't mind shooting a bear. Dang it. I just bumped a bear. Just a good old jet black. My wind sucks. I'm 99% sure that bear was the one that dropped that scat up here. I saw the scat just right up here. I made a loop, came down here because I want to go this way, but I stopped right there because I was like, man, my wind's blowing exactly where I want to go. And down this little draw right here, there's kind of some new growth with some of these trees. A lot of tamaracks in here. And I just hear like some twigs breaking, and so I'm thinking it's a deer. And finally, like 5 seconds later, he pops up to the other side, and it's just a jet black bear, like a good sized bear. And so I'm like dumbfounded. I'm like, do I film or do I shoot it? I don't know what to do. I wasn't in the best position, so I tried to film, but I think he already crested over. He smelled me. I'm very certain he smelled me because my wind was blowing that way. And I wasn't even making that loud of noises. Like, I was hardly making any noise, actually. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon right now, and I made my way through the timber out to this little rock. I decided to sit here
for a little bit because my left knee was starting to ache a little bit, so I wanted to give my knee a rest. And the moment I sat down, I just started getting cold because I'm wet. Like, I'm wet from the rain, I'm wet from sweat, and because it's the dead of the day right now, I'm going to take the next 2 hours or so to warm up and dry up. That way when I go back and sit in this little opening over here, I'm dry and I'm warm, and I can just sit and be still and not make any movements that will alert the deer, and just let the deer come out, and hopefully if I get lucky I'll shoot one. Just gotta do what you gotta do to be the most effective during the most effective hours of the day.
A small herd of elk, including a 5x5 bull, about 100 yards down below me, just feeding. I'm gonna sneak my way. Try to get past these elk without blowing them out. I don't even know where they went, actually. I just saw them go this way. There's some open hillsides that I want to get to, so I can glass for the evening. See if any deer come out.
that top of the mountain is where I saw that bear scat. And then just right down over here is where I bumped him. And I've been basically just working my way through the timber. If I shoot a deer back in here, or anything for that matter, I may be in some serious trouble.
Brat.
I was coming up over this rise. I look right in this gully. I see a little fawn jump, and they must have been bedded in here. And the buck, there was a buck. He stood right there, like 50 yards. He looked right back up me because I'm skylined, and I saw three, and that's when I went for my gun. But then they started trotting. He ran out there, and he stopped in this one little. It's not really the best clearing, but 86 yards. He stood broadside. I made sure all the does were clear, and I shot, and I don't know if I hit a twig or if I actually hit him, but we're gonna go over there and check it out. No way. No way. Oh, I hope I got him. Unless I hit a twig and it deflected, but I gotta go check. They were bedded right in here. I'm pretty confident I hit him because the moment I shot, he just reacted immediately. They were bedded in this thick stuff. Oh my goodness. I'm so jacked up. They ran out this way after I shot, and then I saw them running up. But I heard some rocks tumbling, so I don't know if that's the buck like falling. I sure hope it is. Okay, just for reference, I think he was standing around this patch right here. I think he was standing right here. I ranged my shot, was 85. Right here it's about 83. I don't see blood. I don't see blood. Oh, I hit him. Oh, we got blood. Oh, we got blood. Oh, he's bleeding good. Oh, he's bleeding real good. Where did he go? Yep, I'm on his blood trail. Oh, got blood right there. Okay, I got blood right here, and then I don't know where he went. I got blood right here. I got blood here. I don't don't see him yet. He's down. Oh, thank you, God. You are good. Amen. Oh, I was starting to lose hope right there. He ran over to the ridge over here, and the rocks that I heard sliding, that's him. Oh, why'd you die in such a bad spot? Oh, thank you, buddy. Look at that guy. So thankful for him, man. Shot looked pretty good. This was the offset shoulder. I shot him from the other side, and oh, dude, his lungs are blown out. Well, we don't need this. We don't need that anymore. We'll just throw this in the magazine. Let me get situated here, and I will talk to you guys more. I shot him just right over here, and he took this trail. And if we come right here, you can see there's a lot of blood right here, and he was kicking around right here. If he died right here, this would have been a perfect spot, but he didn't die. He rolled right down there, so we'll see what I can do here. This is not where I was planning to roll him down. I was trying to get him on that trail, but he just decided to go even farther down to the gut, so we'll make work with where he decided to lay. But here he is, my beautiful 2025 Washington general season public land mule deer. I'm up here as usual on the weekends at deer camp with my family, and this is the hunt I look forward to the most because it's with family. Nothing beats family. I'm in a completely different area. I drove out from camp this morning. I left like at 4 o'clock in the morning. Decided to work this new area that I've been eyeing for quite some time, and 7.5 miles later, and what, 11 hours later, we got one. So, I'm allergic to deer, so I apologize. But yeah, man, what a day. I don't know how well I documented it today because it's been raining, and when it rains, the camera just becomes a hassle at that point. But I don't know if my family has shot a deer today because I haven't been able to communicate with them with the walkie-talkie at all. The biggest thing I love about deer camp is whenever somebody shoots a deer, no matter if it's big or small, everybody celebrates those who are successful, and we just get to eat the deer and you feed the family. And that's the biggest thing I prioritize here at deer camp. There are hunts where, yeah, I'm looking for a certain size of an animal or a certain size maturity of an animal. I was really starting to lose hope because 7.5 miles of hiking and you run into 10 deer, and it sounds like it's a lot, but that's just 2 different encounters. It was just 2 different herds. 7.5 miles of walking, and finally it was like 3 o'clock, and I'm like, I want to sit up here to glass this side over here. But when I got to that knob, it turns out I couldn't really glass that side. It's like you had to pick your pockets through the trees. And as soon as I was still doing that, I heard a twig break right below me, and that's when I saw the white rumps of these deer kind of start moving. And the first thing, I mean, they were like 30 yards below me. So like clear eye, I was just looking at the head of every single deer. The first one was a fawn. The second one, I could see he had antlers, but then he was facing directly away. So like all I saw was just basically just this. And we have a 3-point minimum rule. So one side of the buck's antler has to have at least 3 points. So when he was walking away, all I saw was this. And then he walked out a little bit. He was like quartering away, and then he turned and he looked at me, but I was just getting done setting up my tripod. And then I didn't go for my gun. I went for my binoculars. And as soon as I went for my binoculars, I mean, he was facing me completely frontal like this. And so like these points right here, they kind of like line up together. So I knew he was at least 2. And then finally the doe
walked up to him and kind of pushed him. And as soon as he turned, I just saw 3 on his left side, and I was like, I'm gonna take him. And so they kind of trotted out of that little draw, and then he went and stood on that offset hill like 85 yards away. I didn't really get the camera because at that point it's like I had no time. Maybe I did have time, I don't know. But one of the hardest things I do every year is timber hunting for mule deer with a tripod and a camera. When you're timber hunting like this, a lot of times it's like you don't have a lot of time to shoot. And when you're trying to add a tripod and a camera and you're trying to set that up before you shoot, it costs you. I've lost a lot of deer going for the tripod instead of going for the gun. I mean, the bear earlier was a prime example of it. If I just went for my gun and shot him when he was like speed walking, I could have shot him, but I went for the tripod instead and it didn't pan out. But just very grateful. It's already like 3:45, so by the time I get this guy all processed out, it's gonna be dark, and then I got a long walk out of here, so I hope my family knows that I'm okay. But with that said, that's the first harvest with my brand new rifle. This is a Defiance Anti-X Action with an Oregon Mountain Rifle barrel. Oregon Mountain Rifle, they put this rifle together. MDT Hunt 26 chassis, Vortex Razor LHT 4.5 to 22 by 50 rifle scope, MDT MTN Bipod, and the SilencerCo Scythe TI suppressor. And this is chambered in 280 Ackley Improved. And that's the first shot I took at an animal. And this is the exit right here, but he was perfectly broadside. So the other side, the entrance was just as perfect as it got to. So I'm pretty happy about it. I'm happy that I shot and I didn't blow my ears out. So with that said, I really got to get to work and get him out of here. Deer tag is notched. I'm gonna throw it in my tag wallet. This is made by the Crazy Out company, but I have my very own. And the purpose of this is you eliminate the need for electrical tape. So you just take your tag, throw it in here, and then you take these reusable zip ties and you put them through each of these little loops right here, and you attach it to the antler. So when a game warden checks you, instead of having to undo a bunch of electrical tape, you just unzip this, show them the tag, and you're good to go. Also throw the little date notches in here. You can check it out at syoutside.com. This right here is a meat tarp. This is made by Caribou Gear, and it's just a lightweight tarp where I'm going to open up just like so. I'm going to place this on the ground so that whenever I get a hindquarter off the deer, I'll just throw it on here. That way I don't get any dirt on it. And then once I have all the meat here, just cooling off in the rain, I'll go ahead and put them in game bags. The meat tarp is actually really handy because you can also use this as a rain shelter. This is all that's left of the deer. I did not take either ribs because the ribs are extremely bloodshot. That 280 Ackley with that 140 grain trophy copper did some serious damage. Took all 4 quarters, the backstrap, tenderloins, neck meat, and just the various random little parts around it. And then that's pretty much it. The only meat that's really left on that deer is just the rib meat. Unfortunately, I'm gonna leave behind the guts. I would like to take the stomach and some other organs to make deer stew, but that in and of itself, the meat plus my day gear, that's already some serious weight. I'm a skinny dude. I'm not the strongest dude out there. So, and I didn't even debone it. I'm too lazy. We're losing light fast, so I'm just gonna hoof it out like that. And then if I really wanted to shave weight, I would skin him out, take the lower jaw off, but I just want to get out of here. Testing a new knife. This is the Montana Knife Company Stonewall Skinner, and it is a fantastic knife. Love it. Good handle, good grip, and I love the little contour up here where it's kind of like gives you like a little bit of a more rounded edge to just help you have better cutting surface. It's a good knife, man. I really like this knife. It's a little bit on the heavier side, but man, when you put this thing to work, the practicality of it is top notch. Put the antler sideways because he's not big enough to protrude and hit my head. Got all the meat in a trash bag
they're in a game bag, and then I put a trash bag just to help preserve my bag because the meat's already pretty cool, and I'm not staying here super long. So it's loaded up, everything's in the pack. The gun, I love this MDT Hunt 26 chassis because of this very reason. Right now I can fold the butt stock of it and make it shorter, so my suppressor is just hardly protruding above my pack, and it just makes it way more compact, especially when you don't need it anymore or when you're hiking into your spot. It is 5:25, so I shot him around like 3:10, 3:15, so a little over 2 hours from the shot to having him loaded up and processed. I love deer camp because usually when you're at deer camp, you've got family members to help you, but I decided to be a nomad today, and I'm paying for it. I'm gonna turn on my Onyx tracker, that way I know where I am and my route that I need to do to get back. All right, here we go. Just gonna have to get out of this draw and then up into the open stuff. 80 yards out of that draw. We need to get to that mountain, and then we're 20% there. I'm on the last leg of this pack out, and the last leg of this is drop 1,200 vertical feet down to the truck. I'm so stoked. The only downfall about going down, especially with how steep it is here, is your feet's gonna get rubbed clean. I can already feel all the knuckles on my toes just starting to get hot spots because my sock's been wet all day because these crispy Laponias are leaking. And so wet socks going down and just constantly rubbing, it's not a good combo. But I'm happy to say that the miles are over for the most part, and now it's just elevation loss. You are the prettiest thing I have seen in a minute. There's the truck, folks. 3 hours, 20 minutes, 4.71 miles, 574 vertical feet gain on the pack out, but honestly, we did more loss because this morning was all gain. So we descended about 3,200 vertical feet, 3 hours, 20 minutes to the truck. His bag barely hanging on, got all the meat right there. I'm gonna take off the rifle and then left this space open. Back to camp. Oh, I love the sound of that. Oh, these are the opener bucks. This is mine that I shot yesterday, and then my cousin shot this guy 7:40 in the morning. Basically first light, almost last light. And we gotta do all of that. What type of deer?
This one's bigger.
Huh?
This one's bigger.
Are you sure? We always divide the meat evenly between all the different households. So David is actually taking care of Xiong's buck. Xiong also shot one yesterday, And then this bag is mine, which I will come and take care of it after David is done. We got my niece, nephew here to join the party. And they are making the party lively. Kid energy is always good. Got a campfire right there. A lot of people didn't go out today because they're beat. We have a few hunters out this morning, including my dad. And there's the kitchen with all the work.
There's a table in here. There's a lay in here. Help me. You guys are making a really bad.
That's gonna wrap it up for deer season opener. Deer camp as usual. My dad actually also shot one today. They just got back. So 3 deer for the weekend. It's been a very blessed weekend. I'll be back up here in a few days.